Hello, 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 everyone. A good time zone to all y'all watching. We are back with a track mode. If this is your first time in, welcome. Lady Arcaders is an all-women's gaming collective. We welcome all women in gaming, speedrunners, developers, and casual fans alike. In addition to our cozy private community, we run weekly showcases on our Twitch channel, as well as other events throughout the year. And guess what, everyone? It is marathon season. And are you looking to make a marathon viable submission video for an upcoming event? You bring the game, and we'll bring everything else needed. One of the reasons we started Attract Mode was to provide a space for femme gamers to get high-quality submission videos or practice with event commentary, and we want to help you make your best showing. Make a submission at https://ladyarcaders.com/start today. Sorry to give you the full thing, but sometimes you gotta get the full URL. Now, this is Attract Mode, and it's a series of small showcases throughout the year. Tune in Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern and Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. to catch some awesome ladies showing off awesome games. Submissions for Attract Mode showcases are always open. We want to show your games off. Now, I've gotten all of that wonderful, wonderful announcements out of the way, and we are here for what y'all actually showed up for. I'm always delighted to introduce y'all to our showcases, and this is a really fantastic one we have going on today with The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, French Horn Percent. Now, what exactly does that mean? It is a couple of things. We've got a lot coming at you. We've got a boss rush, we've got a glitch exhibition, and a showcase of all of Ads' instrumental skills, because they are going to be playing some songs, as well as playing the actual game for us with their French horn. We've got a lot coming at you. So first, we're going to be doing that boss rush with Ads adding some fantastic music for us. Now, Ads, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Ad129. Hello, I'm Ad129 or Ad129SR, and yeah, as Ophelia said, this is French Horn Percent. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into this run. We'll be breaking it down segment by segment, of course, but I guess I'll begin by saying this has been a 4-month, for now, long project that is still ever growing, and it's expanding to this day, basically. And so, the first part that we're going to be doing is the boss rush, which is basically I will be on a file where I have all the bosses in a row with certain items and all that. I'll be on easy mode since obviously what I'm gonna be doing was not easy. This is not easy. And yeah, I'll be playing the music from the game. My goal is to try to get through every single piece of music. I have music printed here. I have a lot of it memorized too. So there's a lot. So without further ado, I think we're ready to begin this. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we're not gonna exactly begin by playing. I'll explain a bit more of this boss rush for now. Basically, what's gonna be happening is when we're in the bosses, I'm going to be playing my French horn with one hand, while, as you can probably see already, trying to beat the other bosses with one hand. So this is probably a great time to start playing, since it's where we're gonna have to start playing music. So
A lot of these bosses can be quite hard. I'm always impressed with with these because I can't do this one-handed, and you playing this is absolutely fantastic.
So that's all the light world bosses, I'll say that. So pretty easy for now. Right as we fight Aghanim, this is where the difficulty will begin to spike. And continue playing. One is a boss where I have to lock in bosses. It's one of my harder bosses.
I'm just literally sitting here. You got through some like getting through Moldorm one-handed. I have not been able to kind of pick my jaw up off the floor the entire time. Beautiful.
Memorizing music is not easy.
You are doing beautifully.
This one you have to like look at the screen to make sure he does not like try to like attack you and all that. So trying to look at my music is very difficult with this boss. Oh, that was really close. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted. Might die. This is one of my. This boss might don't get hits. Yeah.
This is the worst boss fight in the game.
Yeah, the next two bosses are really not my favorites. Which is this one, Mothless and Blind. They're one of the ones that I have to genuinely lock in. So I'm gonna take a break for now, just so I can just get through at least Offless. Like it could either go like that, or just
Yeah, it
just
is one where if you stay on it, you don't knock it against any of the back spikes. It's all fantastic, but the minute it goes sideways so hard.
exactly.
You are doing absolutely amazing here, Ad. Amazing. Also, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you for joining us for this fantastic French horn percent. We are showcasing awesome games from our wonderful community. And we have Ad doing a French horn percent showcase of ALTTP, A Link to the Past. We're doing a boss rush right now.
We'll hear that again later. Alright, now we're back to these bosses that I'm able to do while playing, mostly. Okay.
My fear for that entire boss fight was way too real. Oh my god, Ed, please don't do that to me.
I will not do it.
I like how you're like, I could do these while playing. I'm sitting here just kind of crying a little bit. I play rando of this and I am just...
Might die on this one. This one is also one of those bosses that really does not care.
No. I have seen, like, extremely talented, not saying that you aren't, because you are amazingly talented, you're playing a French horn while also doing this, but Tridex is not a friendly boss, and
No.
yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot, especially when I'm at low health.
You got through so much of that with 1 HP, and that is absolutely wild to me.
Yeah. But we get to try that again, though. That's a good thing about this.
Mm.
Like that. Interesting. Okay. Ooh. Yes. There we go. Yes.
Beautiful.
So now that's all the main bosses. Now we have Aghanim 2 and then Ganon. So we're almost done with this boss rush, if you really think about it. But these
You
two
are doing absolutely fantastic. This is just amazing.
And yeah, and I'll say this now, just so that I don't have to say it later. For Ganon, with this particular practice file, basically, you just run out of magic and you can't recover any. So I made a backup save state just to be safe, because it's interesting that it does that. But it is speedrun proof, where it's like, oh, if you do die, you'll just have to reset. But it's not friendly for this purpose. There we go. Nice. Time for Ganon. So, since I am at 2 HP, I will take a purposeful death, just so I can get a one refill of this magic, hopefully, if this file allows me to. Sometimes it just completely deletes, but we'll hope it does. If not, we'll have to do Ganon with the magic. Yep.
Those aren't words I want to hear.
Yeah.
Those are not words I want to hear personally,
So
ever.
Okay. Low magic,
Rude.
Okay.
That's very rude.
Okay. I believe this
You got this.
There we go. I'll do that. That's our one backup, just with more magic that I will ever need.
It appears that we might be having a mild technical issue, everyone. Terribly sorry about that.
Oh, am I back?
Oh.
Okay. Well, I don't know why it does that. Okay. We're back. Nothing happened. We're back. Must have been the wind. So yep, now we're fighting Ganon, and I have a specific way to fight Ganon. Hopefully it goes well. I'll fix the camera, unfortunately. I'll do that once I'm able to. Don't like being at 2 hearts here, but it's fine. I'll just have to block in. Oh wow, that was interesting.
That was...
He got me with that. He got me with that Firebird. That was. I'm impressed. I'm honestly impressed by that. I'll take that Ganon death, because that was. I've never seen that before. All right. Okay. Now I get to do how I normally fight. Right. There we go. Alright. Fire Rod. There we go. So this final phase is pretty scary. It all depends on what he does. It's- Oh, gee. Oh wow, that's so unfortunate. Oh, wrong. There we go. That's
Before we get into the next one, would you mind refreshing your webcam for us?
Oh yes, actually yes. I should have done that. That hindsight.
You're locked in. It happens. Like, I've been there.
The mind.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. You got this, Ad. You got this. Ganon is one of the meanest piggies out there.
Yeah, when I was learning this category, or building it, I have never actually beaten Ganon before making this category. So, having to learn how Ganon works and finding ways to fight him the fastest. Alright. So, sorry about that. We're back. Ganon, being Ganon, sent his bad energy to us, trying to make us not complete the boss rush. So, we're gonna really try and defeat Ganon now. So, we're gonna be really careful though.
You were saying that you learned to fight this in 2 days, and
Yes.
I'm impressed because I've fought Ganon once. I do Triforce % because I don't like the Ganon fight, and this is how I say no to that. This is fantastic.
Yep. One more hit on Ganon. There we go.
Beautiful.
No. Alright, and time is coming up right here, and time for the boss rush. Alright. Yeah, Ganon, being Ganon, decided to not be nice today, but it's okay. He does that a lot. Yeah. Looks like we're going to be taking a small break to just set up for the glitch exhibition that's coming up next for this exhibition. So yeah.
We will be back in a minute or two, y'all. See y'all shortly.
Hello, and we're back with French Horn %, and this is not French Horn because this is what I'm considering in this showcase a chop break, because I have been playing for about 20 minutes or so, and you know, as a brass player, that really doesn't affect, or does, like, it's bad if you play for that long and don't take a break. So this is our break segment. So yeah, we're basically going to be showing off some just glitches and cool stuff from this game. And yeah, I think we're ready to begin, so we can start our timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. And so we're going to begin with kind of explaining the things we're going to be doing. So first of all is we're basically going to be, I have some things activated just to make our showcase much more easier to showcase and like kind of easier for me to execute them. But with that in mind, we have one where I'm basically able to clip wherever I want, and although it's not used in the regular game, obviously, because it's a cheat, but I was, you know, experimenting with this funny thing, and trying to find the place, there we go. I was able to discover a couple visual bugs with this, and so we're in the Lost Woods right now. Not the right music for some reason, but who cares? There we go. Whatever that glitch was. So we're gonna be out of bounds here, and we're gonna enter this like area. As you saw, we entered that mini game, but now we're kind of out of bounds with this like visual bug. And what I believe this is just the map is just completely like loaded, but like also not fully loaded. It's weird, and they're like at points I'm trying to find like that where the game just straight up crashes. So we'll begin with that. So yeah, we're gonna now jump to this part of the exhibition where basically you're able to do this in the regular game. So I want to show this off first of just how buggy this game can get, and you'll see later with a glitch I'll do later, just how visually I think it's beautiful. Oh, I think I'm just gonna fall down. Yeah, it's okay. So I prepared for that. So we're gonna fall down here, and now we're gonna do a normal thing in route. I don't know which categories actually use this. I know old categories probably used it, but this is called Death Mountain's Descent. And basically what it entails is normally you're kind of like not able to get outside of Death Mountain with that portal I use over there. However, if I do a specific set of moves here, so like here I mean, it won't work, but we'll see. You'll have to be offset by 1 pixel. That might work, actually. Maybe. So yeah, we'll be offset by pixel, and then we're gonna be on top of here. And what we're able to do with this is we're gonna be able to fall off here and maneuver ourselves all the way to this area right here and then fall down. We have just entered the Dark World early, basically, which is what we're not supposed to do technically by this point. And what we can do from here is just completely move around in the Dark World. And so with that in mind, we're going to be going back to the Lost Woods to go, or I guess it's called, I think, Skullwoods? I'm not too sure about the lore.
It's Skullwoods in Link to the Past.
Yeah. We're going to be going...
Since we're...
Yeah, sorry.
If we were in the game, we would never actually be able to get here in this state. Essentially, you get the Moon Pearl, which turns you from turns you from a bunny back into Link. So the game's a little bit kind of confused. It's a little confused as to what's going on here.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do a glitch here called Mushroom Glitch. Again, using that good old hack to just like get us through here, because normally we would not be able to get here with the current state. But just to show off what we're doing with the glitch exhibition, we collect the mushroom that's normally spawned there. You can see we have just now bugged the game again to give us this interesting visual glitch. This has no genuine benefit to my knowledge. It's just for like comedic effect, basically.
It's pretty.
But yeah. So yeah, I wanted to show that off. And then now we're gonna go into the Skullwoods dungeon. And there's a way we can get out of Link. So first we're gonna go into the dungeon. Normally you would fall there, but there's no animation probably that's coded. So it just looks like Link is just there. So yeah, we're gonna just Death Warp here, and we are now Link here, which is awesome, because then we're pretty much now in the Dark World as Link.
Because it wouldn't know what to do to set you back as a bunny, because there's no way in the game that you would ever actually get into that state. So it's kind of just got to go, you're going to be Link now.
Basically. Alright, we're going to be doing a glitch here called Bumper Glitch. This one, it requires a setup. I got it right there. I'll take second try. And then we're gonna have to hear this noise for like 2 minutes, unfortunately. So yeah, if you have anything to say, Ophelia, feel free.
Well, first off, I would just like to say that this is actually really awesome. Frenchhorn% coming up with your own kind of showcase and percent ideals, that's not an easy thing to do. So thank you so much for showcasing this. Thank you so much for bringing this to us, because this is fantastic. Even though we're just kind of hearing ping, 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 ping.
Yeah.
But I also want to talk a little bit about Out of Bounds Toronto, because Lady Arcaders has an in-person event coming up, and we have tickets on sale now. So if you would like to get some of those tickets and see some of the 2 days of awesome showcases we have, you can go to lady.gg/OOB2 to see the schedule, and you can grab some tickets. So I really, I'm going to be there. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be fantastic. Let's see some in-person Lady Arcaders. This is so visually just
it's
oh
bad.
My eyes. It is.
It's not even been a minute. That's the thing. It's been a minute and a half,
goodness.
but we yeah. There's a reason why we're doing this. I'll explain it once we hit like 10 more seconds. And hopefully it allows me to do it. When I was doing it in practice, it didn't let me for some reason. Sometimes it does that, but we'll see. So now we're gonna do that. Exit this room, and if we got it right, we'll know the first part if we can see the other room just like that. Go into this. It'll transition us further than normal, and then what we're basically doing is we're not in the actual room. We're in a different room technically. So doing a couple sets of movement here. My cue for this is I should be seeing a big chest when I go back here. So if I do see that, also those enemies just duplicated there for a second. That Link to the Past sometimes.
It is one of the games of all time.
It's the game of all time. All right, so now we're here. We're gonna go down here, and so now we're in this area. These are just rooms that are like open. Or not open, but you know what I mean. They're just rooms. So we're gonna go all the way here. And if I did this correctly... That's a boss. You know what? Yeah, we'll take it. That's a boss.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's a boss.
Okay.
Not what I was aiming for, but you know what? We'll take it. I was gonna show a beta item that was left over in this game, but a boss is equally as funny or interesting. Alright, so now we're in the Lost Woods with just overworld music, just the standard Link to the Past gameplay. This happens. And so now as we enter the Skull Woods or Lost Woods, we're in the overworld but with dark world textures, which is kinda interesting, to say the least. So the way you fix this is you go into any building and just leave, and we're back to normal.
Okay, I was a little scared.
Alright. So now we're gonna be just fully breaking the game now. So first we're just gonna go to Hyrule Castle first. Just trying to find my way to get to Hyrule Castle. It's very, complicated to get there sometimes.
Legitimately, I like how you're saying that, because I was like, what is the fastest path to Hyrule Castle from where you are? And my brain completely drew a blank.
Yeah. Okay. Oop. All right. Alright, so now that we're almost in Hyrule Castle, I guess now's a good time to explain what we're going to be doing. So, in Link to the Past speedrunning, there are two main glitches. You have Exploration Glitch, which is the first kind of glitch. We'll be seeing that after this one, but the next one that I'm just teased is Exploration Glitch. Or, not Exploration Glitch, jeez. Plaid World. And Plaid World is a very interesting thing. I'll say that. You'll see what I mean once I am actually in Plaid World. But it behaves in a weird way. And I have a setup here that a Link to the Past speedrunner Glenn uses, which is so what we're going to be doing, I'll give myself 2 tries before I use the actual state that I have pre-made. So we're gonna have to line ourselves up at this door. Kind of like that, as this might work. Okay. Not supposed to happen. Okay. I'm just getting surprised.
One.
So that is one thing that can happen. I did not expect that one. Let's see which one is my Lad Worlds. There we go. So that's one thing that can happen. Another thing is if you do it correctly, you get this menu. This is the menu when you use your flute. So we're gonna fly to Death Mountain, and it may look like Death Mountain for now. However, if we just do that, I'm not holding anything, and we're just kind of going somewhere. This is like a 20-minute thing. Just yeah, or 20 minutes, 20 seconds.
Adventure.
Yeah. All right. And so once we load this area, we're now in Plaid World, and as you can see, all these sprites are very not in the right place, or it's just you know. And so the interesting thing about Plaid World is that you can actually fight bosses in this world in comparison to Exploration Glitch, where it's much more harder to do. And so we're going to be going here. Our first boss that we're going to encounter is actually Armos, and because there's another thing we can do with Armos here. So we're going to activate our bow and arrow, and we're going to load them in. Kind of like this. So now they're in. Not what I want to do. And this is actually a way where you can duplicate your heart containers. If I can do it correctly, hopefully. Hopefully I can do it. It doesn't look like... Oh, I did get it. Okay. I didn't get all 6. I only got 2. Okay, Armos, please.
Sir.
Armos.
Sir.
There we go.
Sir. Sir.
So
okay.
we just duplicated heart containers, and so that created a interesting dilemma with the community of we have to like create a source requirement for the 100%, or else we can't. Like, you can just get 6 heart containers that easily. And so that's why, if you look at modern A Link to the Past speedrunning, you don't do that. Because that is against... You're technically not collecting it from an official source. You have to collect all of them from the proper place. And then the next thing I'm going to be doing here, and I will preface by saying this is a massive warning for visual, like... Basically, the whole game is just gonna completely bug out and just, you know, it's gonna be including a lot of flashing colors. And so, as a warning, look away as of now, since it gets really bad. I will only show it for 5 seconds. First off, I'm gonna put some music here, just, you know, because. We're gonna go here, we're gonna pull this, line ourselves up here. Alright, and then line ourselves here, and then... Oh. There you go, that should work. I wasn't high enough. We get stuck here, and we get this chaos. It's bad.
It's beautiful, but also, oh my.
It's bad. So that's why I only showed it for 5 seconds, because it's bad. Okay. And there's, we're gonna set up the final glitch for this exhibition, and then we'll be doing the final part. The reason that happens is that, for some reason, the game, when you enter that area, is using, like, Aghanim's, like, because when you enter the Aghanim fight, it has that, like, flashing colors for a bit. And so...
Ooh, okay.
Somehow the game uses that code in a way to, like, kind of... it, like, uses that cutscene, and so it just will infinitely keep using the rainbow effect. And so that's why I think that happens. It's just because the game does not know what to do when you're in, like, a soft lock state like that. Anyways, so now we're setting up this final glitch. This is one of the most important glitches for the final segment of this showcase. And it's basically called Exploration Glitch. We mentioned it earlier. Here, this is going to be us doing it. So, the way this works is... Oh, I gotta be careful. You cannot get hit by an enemy, I'll say that. You cannot get hit by an enemy until you are up against a wall inside a dungeon. And so... You saw how I saved and quit mid-air. And... what that does is it confuses the game. Come on, there we go. So I'm invisible. I'll say that. So what that does is the game just kind of bugs out, and it's like, oh, you're in that in-between state of you're both on the ground and at the ceiling. And so it just pushes you out of bounds. And we're able to like find things. So like there was the cell where Zelda is at the beginning of the game. You can find different dungeons, because all dungeons are in the same area, basically.
Yeah,
And
all
so-
of the map, essentially, like, isn't it that all of the map tiles are on one layer, and when you knock yourself into exploration glitches, you're kind of under the layer and exploring one of the other ones, if I remember correctly. It has been a while since I have touched on EG.
Yeah, that's basically what happens. Looks like I'm in an infinite loop, and I prepared for that. That one, heights. So, we're gonna do one more thing here, and this is just what we're able to do. And if we move up here, load this next one here, you can see how Link is just like above the normal area. And so, if we just go straight here, just go all the way up, what happens is we're eventually here. That's the shadow for Aghanim. We get this blue screen, and then here, this is basically the like place where you fall when you fall in the Ganon fight. And if you keep going forward, we're now in the Ganon fight. And time is coming up with the glitch exhibition right now. Time. And so that's the end of the game. And so, as you can see, that is pretty early on in the game. And so that means that we can pretty much just beat the game in like a short amount of time, which will lead us into our final segment. So we're gonna be setting that up now. There's a lot that goes into it. I'll explain it once we transition back. However, that has been our glitch exhibition.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that, Ad. That was amazing. We will be back in just a moment, y'all. Don't go away.
Alright, welcome back. So, we're now at the biggest part of this whole showcase, and it's the any percent major glitches. There's a lot to explain. I'm gonna put my horn down for a bit. So, this was the original concept of this whole showcase. Basically, the whole idea right now is I have a code that is on Python that detects images. Once that image is detected, it will output a input. So for me, it's W, A, S, and D. Those are my movements. And so I've coded the images to be specific pitches on my tuner when it detects it. So you'll see it in the bottom left corner of my game. You'll see how that's like kind of fluctuating right now, actually. And it's like kind of bugging the game a bit, which is kind of funny. But yeah, this whole code, it's pretty awesome, honestly. We started this in February, and we finished it in mid-March. So it's pretty awesome, and we're still in the works. I'll get into that at the end, but yeah. And then I have coded it so 4 of my pitches are controlling the movement, and then the rest of it, such as like if I need a sword hit or need to throw a bush, that will be by my hand. But most of it is going to be I am moving with my horn. Yeah, so without further ado, I'm gonna actually play a note real quick to like stop the code. Okay, hopefully it's still gonna do it. We can start the timer in 3, 2, 1, go. In the beginning, it's just text boxes. No need to play for now. But right as this text box is over, we'll start talking. Or I'll start talking. Or start playing. Wow. I'm so used to like running a game without my horn that I just say talking. I mean playing.
We've all had that moment. We've all had that moment. I was gonna say let's do that flute, but it's not a flute.
Oh no. will be coming up soon. And time. Woo!
Jeez.
Wow.
That was beautiful. That was fantastic.
Woo. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I'll begin by saying that I'm very happy that I am able to do this showcase. Yeah, this showcase, like, I thought of it because I went to AGDQ 2025 and was really inspired by all the music runs they had at the event. Like, you might remember the new Super Mario Bros. Wii piano run. Stuff like that inspired me to do this. And I made it my goal this semester at my university to have something to, like, implement. And I spent the most of this semester working on it, arguably sometimes a little bit too much. Not the point. And for the first time doing it in front of a live audience, which was people from my French horn studio, they absolutely loved it. I did this for a concert for my composition studio, and they also loved it. And just being able to piece everything together here was it's been awesome. Yeah. I will say you can find me on twitch.tv/Ad129SR. I do this French horn stuff. I either will want to play video game music and just like jam out for a stream, or do this. There are a lot of things I want to add to this before I officially start submitting it again to GDQs and all other events. So you can watch all that progress happen this summer. I have finals this week, so next week will be the start of another large arc for this showcase. And yeah, you can find me on Blue Sky at ad129.bsky.social. And yeah, I want to give some shout outs to my university, specifically my professor, my horn professor and my composition professor, for completely supporting me through this whole project. They absolutely loved watching the progress I've made on this. I want to shout out the Link to the Past Discord and speedrun community in general. They have been a very helpful guide to doing stuff like finding glitches for the glitch exhibition, cool things like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for playing for us, both your game and your horn. That was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that showcase and for the amount of work that you put into that. Amazing, Ad, thank you. We are going to take a quick little break, so get up, stretch your muscles as much as is possible for you, but we'll be back shortly and we'll be sending you off to a friend of the stream. We'll see y'all soon. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you got a little bit of a stretch in for your muscles before we send you off to GDQ, because they are currently doing their AAIP Heritage Month celebration, and we've got a lovely run of New Super Mario Bros. That you can get nice and comfy with. But first, before we send you there, I do have a couple of announcements. Lady Arcader's Out of Bounds to Toronto is coming up, and tickets are on sale now. We've got 2 days chock full of gaming on June 15th and 16th in Toronto, so why not get a front row seat to the action? Head on over to Lady Arcader's Out of Bounds to check out the schedule and grab your tickets for the show. We look forward to seeing you there. Next time on Attract Mode, First Playthrough Race is back, and NBZ and Tozzle are going to be taking some heat. Summer heat, that is. They're going head-to-head to earn your chore money, beat the game first in this 2-round race. First, we're going to be doing Lawnmower, and then Lawnmower City. Tune in Thursday, May 8th at 9 p.m. Eastern to see who leaves the other in the grass. And as always, we would love to hear about your awesome showcases. Submissions for Attract Mode are always open. Type !AM in chat for more information. Now, as I said before, we are going to be sending you off to GDQ. They just went into a quick little break, but that's okay. It gives y'all a little bit of time to get more comfy. It is their AAPI Heritage Month celebration, and it is going to be absolutely amazing. So get comfy and get ready for a bit more Super Mario Bros. With GDQ. And as always, don't forget, warning, incoming game. Warning, incoming game.